So, what can we take out of this very challenging time that we are all currently dealing with? Coming up right after this. Good afternoon, this is Lynx. I thought, that I should, and I have been encouraged by my friends in the cards and the Tibetan Deities to say something about the current state of things, because people are in a lot of panic right now, and I see a lot of people posting a lot of, well, this is why it's happening, this is what's happening, and then the religions are jumping in, and everyone's jumping in with their opinions. So for those of you who've been watching this for a very long time, thank you for your support, and I'm gonna do my best right now to try to put something in perspective here. As I said in a couple of other videos, and the video that I did on what when bad things happen and what to do, we in Tibetan Bond view everything as from a state of purification, that we are here in this space right now because we either made a wish to end suffering, or we took a vow in another life to achieve enlightenment. And this very special place that we are in is the place where that can happen. And there are some very special things that have to happen. There have to be actual enlightened beings in a space like this in order for that to happen. And then it's called a Pure Land. So as we are born in this Pure Land, the circumstances that align in that Pure Land do so that we can either keep our vow to reach enlightenment or fulfill that wish to end suffering. And there are some very specific things that go into that. Now, that is the part that I knew I wanted to say. But I'm going to ask my friends in the cards, and I'm taking out 3 decks here because I'm really not sure what else to say about it. Because like I said, we in Tibetan Bond do our practices. We have specific practices we're continually doing in these particular cases, and we look at these as opportunities for things that limit human beings and limit the possibility of enlightenment to fall away, and for what is really going on in this space to come to light. So the first thing I'm going to say is, as this all goes down, I want you all to watch and see what is really happening and what is revealed to you. There will be some very specific truths that are revealed, and there will be a lot of people vying for and arguing about what the truth is. Be calm, remember to breathe, and watch to see what actually emerges. You may find during this time right now that there are certain things that are falling away in terms of values and what you thought was valuable, and seeing them as not as valuable as you thought they were, or certain coping strategies that you had that are suddenly coming up, and you're saying, does this really get me where I want to go? You can use every day as an opportunity for that, and that will bring you a lot. Well, what coping strategies am I currently using that are not giving me what I need and not getting me where I need to go? And what truth is emerging in the middle of all of this? What things have I been clinging to, that I've been holding to, that really aren't as important as I thought that they were? Now, along with that, I'm gonna take a look at what's going on with some archetypes. Where have you been foolish, and where are you being played for a fool? Is one of the things that is being recommended. The prostitute has come up. So where have you been placing your value in things that aren't really truly what your real value is? And where have your values been betraying you? And where have you been selling yourself out rather than exploring your deep spirit and recognizing that while your body and your physical reality has to be in balance, are you remembering that you are spirit first, and is your life oriented in a way that shows you that spirit, you are a spiritual being first, and then the physical emanates from that? So if the physical is out of balance, or the physical is lacking, or the physical is having challenges, it is a reflection of the fact that your spirit is experiencing those things as well. And where and how does this inform you or reveal what's really going on? The other one I got is the child eternal. Where are you expecting someone else to make your decisions for you? Where are you expecting someone to play mommy or daddy while you play the child? And on the other side of that, on the positive side of it, where have you lost that childlike wonder of your life? And where could you recapture or regain that childlike wonder that connects us to nature and that connects us to really what we really are and the real reason we came in here? And then there's one more thing that my friend is telling me here, my friend in the deck is telling me, and that's the bully. Where, as this continues, where are you noticing that people are trying to dominate, bully, and force people out of their freedom? And are you noticing that you're doing those things as well? If someone disagrees with you, if someone does not line up with your view, are you immediately jumping on them and expecting them to adopt your view and are trying to bully and force and social pressure them into it? Also, where is social pressure forcing people to do things that they may not be comfortable for, and that may actually alienate them from these three things? So forcing them to be a fool, forcing them to align with values that don't really balance with and connect to their spirit and the fact that they are a spiritual being. And this physical thing is sort of an outcrop of that. And then the other one is, and where are people being bullied into being treated like children, or being bullied into a place where they lose all of that wonder, that childlike wonder, that ability to laugh, that ability to enjoy. Okay, so that's the first piece, and now I'm going to consult the playing cards for a couple of more. This one's sticking out. Now, usually when things stick out or fall out like that, I look at it because they're important. This is debt and loss. Usually this has to do with bills or loss. I'm going to ask you, what's the real debt in your life? Because this time that you're in right now is going to actually reveal to you where the real debt has been, and it has absolutely nothing to do with money. So use this time and what's going on right now in the world and what is about to happen over the next year, and actually 12 years, because we've entered a new astrological cycle from the year of the rat to the year of the rat. Where have you been deficient? Where's the real debt in your life? I guarantee you it probably has nothing to do with money. And if the physical monetary thing is out of balance, where has the spiritual been out of balance? Is it a case of either that you're feeling entitled? Is it a case of feeling that there isn't enough? Is it the belief that there isn't enough and that you have to have it all or have to have more? That will show you there's a spiritual deficiency. How have you defined victory? How have you defined success in your life? And what is this current situation teaching you about that? And then I have one more. What have you invested your heart's energy in? And really, have you closed off your heart, or have you opened it? And what is this current set of circumstances revealing about that? Now I'm going to ask the tarot, and I've got here rulership. Have you allowed your rulership to be, if you are a spiritual being and you came here for a specific reason and you came here either to end suffering or to reach enlightenment, have you outsourced that to someone else? In other words, have you allowed other people to manage, rule, and otherwise structure your life for you, rather than recognizing that if you want freedom or really need freedom, you must connect to that and develop and release and unleash that spiritual aspect that has come here actually to either satisfy that wish or keep that vow. Are you that's the child thing again. So I'm going to say, how are you taking in messages right now, and how are you interpreting them? Are you interpreting them for the best? Are you interpreting from the worst? So when you hear news, are you automatically going to a dark place with it? Or are you taking it and looking at it as the opportunity to be able to develop these things and look at these particular subjects that people never really take time to look at? I once had an individual who was on his deathbed tell me, I never asked the questions. He was very bitter and he was very angry, and he said, I never asked the questions when I was younger that you asked. And this is an opportunity right now for everyone as everything begins to change and demands change from us. This is an opportunity to ask these questions, these very hard questions, and start to look at what we can learn from them. So when the messages come in from the world around you right now, are you interpreting them in a negative light? Are you interpreting them in a positive light? Because how you interpret them will determine what comes next in your reality. And then I'm going to say one more. What do you think is really going on in this world? And as this continues to move forward, do you believe the world is actually what we've been taught it is? Or do you believe there is something much larger going on? And do you believe that what's happening right now is just a fluke? Or do you believe that perhaps this is the result of something that was contracted, done, and or set into motion a long, long time ago? I'm Lucky Lanks, as always, wishing you success and good fortune in all that you do. I hope that during this time of great change, that you take some time to sort of ask these questions and explore these things. And tell me, what have you discovered? Please, I'd love to hear from you. Put them in the comments below or message me. Friend me on Facebook, on Instagram, follow me on Instagram, message me. Tell me what you're discovering during this time in relation to these things. Let me know if this video helped you, and if you would like more videos like this as things develop, because I'm perfectly willing to continue to put these videos out there for you guys. I'm planning on doing some stuff, hopefully, to bring some levity into the situation here in the near future. I plan on doing some new things with these videos to bring some levity in the situation, and I'm going to be doing some experiments with that. If you guys would like to get a reading from me, contact me 779-302-8009 or conjurehope@gmail.com. If you would like to get your astrology chart done, your Tibetan Astrology Chart, or if you would like to get Tibetan Khil Khor done, where I make a map of your life, set things into and use bond processes to set things into motion, well then contact me for that. I have a class coming up in advanced playing card reading that I will be doing in beginning of April. It's a good time to learn something new. Contact me if you want to take that. I also have a basic class going on right now I can put you in. I have one in how to read the tarot, basic, and an advanced class. I have one in how to read Lenormand, basic, and one in how to read the Grand Tableau. I also have Crystal Ball and Mexican Loteria class going on right now if you'd like to take any of those. And I think that's all. If you want to know more about why we're here and what the reason is for being here, well, His Holiness Padma Gompa Rinpoche has done a PDF on really why we're here and what it takes to be enlightened. He's also done a PDF on for mantra for this time and to explain what's going on health-wise and what goes on with our health and mantras that you can do. If you'd like to get those things, contact me and I'll either connect you to him or I'll give you the PDFs that he did for those things. So remember, take this opportunity to examine these things, to look at these things and see what you discover, and let me know what happens. And I'm wishing you guys safety, and I'm wishing you guys success, prosperity, and all of your dreams and wishes coming true.